KTVU's Tom Baker has been following the latest developments. He joins us now from the newsroom with the story. Tom.
Very interesting development. U.S. Navy announced that it detected an anomaly in underwater acoustics on a probably top secret super sensitive acoustic detection system that was likely the Titan implosion on Sunday. That's why it may have been found so very quickly. Now, it was obvious that the odds were overwhelmingly against those occupants. Fact is, they never really had a chance. The term debris field, signifying massive damage, was found about a third of a mile from the bow of Titanic.
The debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
The implosion collapsed the Titan, instantly resulting in its violent breakup and scattering it as it descended to the sea floor. That would also explain the sudden loss of communications, inability to automatically resurface, and the absence of floating debris. Almost certainly there would have been no warning, the destruction massive and the resultant deaths instantaneous.
Upon this determination, we immediately notified the families.
It did not collide with Titanic.
It's in an area where there is not any debris of Titanic. It is a smooth bottom.
Had the sub been disabled, not destroyed, time was already up Thursday morning for the rescue crews to succeed. With its oxygen reserves depleted, the four tourists and the company's CEO pilot would not have survived, but always the effort was to save them.
This was an immense support, and we had the right gear on the bottom to find it.
The Admiral was asked about prospects for recovery of bodies.
This is an incredibly unforgiving environment down there on the seafloor, but I don't have an answer for prospects at this time.
Fact is, there's always been a race between undersea recovery of the bodies and the harsh environment of the undersea.
Right now, we're focused on documenting the scene.
The debris remains a trove of information about what went wrong.
We're going to continue remote operations on the seafloor, and I don't have a timeline for when we would intend to stop remote operations on the seafloor.
Now, practically, this most likely ends Titanic tourism for OceanGate and similar private charters, unless they can have ironclad guarantees that all necessary backup and rescue systems are in place right there for each and every dive, and that would make it even more expensive, far more expensive than it is now. Tom Baker, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Yeah, Tom, is there any word as to how close they actually made it to the Titanic wreckage? And if when they did go down to this thing, do we know implode like immediately?
Well, what we know for sure is that it landed about, the debris field is about 1,600 feet, a third of a mile off the bow of the Titanic, so it never got really close to the Titanic, probably not close enough to see it. It appears as though that when this thing destructed at about an hour and 3/4 out of about a 2.5-hour trip, it had to be well above it, but because the water there is so still, the debris fell into a relatively compact area. Now, when I say compact, I mean compared to maybe a baseball field or something like that. So we don't know exactly how it hit, but this timing that the Navy now talks to us about will give us a very good idea of what it is, and that's, I guess, one of the ways they were actually able to find this thing so quickly. That was an incredibly quick find.
All right, Tom Baker reporting for us tonight. Tom, thank you.